There is some apparent advantage in becoming big and heavy in the NBA. These players can be unmovable, especially in the center position. Keep watching to find out who the heaviest players are in the NBA. Who are these players, their positions, weights, and how they manage to utilize their weight to their advantage? A physical sport like the NBA needs players with a heavy structure in order to have an advantage in the game and their opponents. But what happens when the weight exceeds the restrictions? Many people emphasize possible weaknesses of NBA players, such as being overweight, underweight, too little, or too slow. These shortcomings are legitimate points of concern. Occasionally, we must ignore them and focus on these individuals' extraordinary potential. NBA players are extraordinarily talented and frequently find methods to overcome their weaknesses or shift them in a way that they work as an advantage. Some of these men, for instance, will use their size to outmuscle or outquick their adversary. Others will counteract their lack of speed by relying on their quickness against more prominent, slower defenders. On the other hand, some will focus on their talents to compensate for their lack of size. We now list the top 10 heaviest NBA players in history. This list includes those who have used their weight as a secret weapon and have lost control of their physical appearance. First up, we have George Morrison, who weighs a whopping 137 kilograms, 302 pounds, with 231 centimeters in height. George Morrison holds the record for being the tallest NBA player ever. Now that's some serious records. In his 6-year NBA career, the Romanian great played for 2 clubs and won the Most Improved Player award in 1995-96. Even though he was highly enthusiastic and committed, he had to stop quickly due to physical issues. He suffered from pituitary gland disease that prevented him from pursuing his career. Next, we have Dexter Pittman with a weight of 139 kilograms, 306 pounds. Dexter Pittman's career began with high hopes. He participated in sports for the University of Texas, played for Virtus Bologna, and spent 3 years as a consistent Terry High School student. His career never really took off after he was selected 32nd overall by the Miami Heat in the 2010 NBA draft. He was unable to commit to a team because of his obesity. He spent only 5 years in the NBA, averaging 2.3 points and 1.8 rebounds per game while switching teams. Third on the list is Menki Batir with 141 kilogram weight, 310 pounds. The great Mongolian player who represented China came to the United States, following the stars such as Wang Zhizhi and Yao Ming. Batir was one of the finest players in China, but he quickly understood the technical difference after moving to the US. Batir had other obstacles to overcome besides the language and culture, such as the NBA's more complex and modern rules. Menki Batir only had 3 years in the NBA, making very few appearances but experiencing plenty of success. Yao Ming was a great NBA player with 141 kilogram weight and 229 centimeter height. Yao Ming, at 229 centimeters tall, ranks 5th among all-time NBA players in height, but falls 7th in weight. Throughout his career, his weight caused him many physical problems. Mainly his feet caused trouble, yet he still managed to have a great, albeit brief, career. He averaged 19 points per game throughout his 8 seasons with the Rockets. This earned him a good berth on the All-Star team 8 times and the All-NBA team 5 times. Moving ahead, we have Robert Traylor, weighing in at 145 kilograms, 319 pounds. Robert Tractor Traylor was drafted 6th overall in the 1998 NBA draft. He was selected before players like Paul Pierce and Dirk Nowitzki, which indicates the great expectations placed on him. He was never able to develop into the baby Shaq that many believed he could be, which is unfortunate. After entering the NBA, his weight spiraled out of control due to an unhealthy diet and lack of exercise, and he could only play for 7 seasons, averaging just 4.8 points. An injury robbed him of continuing in the NBA, and devastatingly, a heart attack robbed him of his life at the ripe age of 34. Next, we have Kevin Duckworth at 147 kilograms, making him the 5th heaviest NBA player in history. Duck was twice named to the All-Star game during his 12-year NBA career. At the beginning of the 1990s, in the 87-88 campaign, he received the Most Improved Player award. He was a member of the Spurs, Trailblazers, Bullets, now the Wizards, Bucks, and Clippers. While playing for Portland, he was even given a few minutes of playing time in the 1992 finals against Michael Jordan's Bulls. He was always an outstanding player as long as he could maintain a weight under 130 kilograms. But as he grew older, he started to put on weight and lost the agility to be the threat under the basket he had become renowned renowned for. Now, you must have heard about Michael Sweetney, who weighs 158 kilograms, 348 pounds. He played in the NBA for only 5 years. There were high hopes. He was selected 9th overall by the Knicks in the infamous 2003 draft to add grit and tenacity to the club, but Sweetney was an immediate failure. His heavy physique hindered running smoothly and effortlessly on the court. After just 2 seasons, he joined the Chicago Bulls, where he played for another 2 years before leaving the NBA. Eddie Curry, sometimes known as Baby Shaq, is another excellent NBA player among the heaviest ever. He is 159 kilograms heavy, 350 pounds. The Chicago Bulls selected him with the 4th choice in the 2001 draft straight out of high school. He started his career elegantly. In his second year, Eddie Curry led the league in field percentage. He averaged 16.1 points per game and 5.4 rebounds per game in his 4th season with the Bulls. He appeared to be a severe threat to his opponents, but by his 10th season in the league, he had already begun to exhibit symptoms of obesity. Initially, he used his bulk to pave his way into the court, dodging the opponents and zigzagging smoothly. He gained weight quickly and could no longer maintain the same play rate. By quitting his job owing to extreme obesity, he eventually reached a weight of 159 kilograms, or 350 pounds. Despite numerous attempts to shed weight, he could never return to his ideal shape. You saw this one coming. Shaquille O'Neal, with a weight of 163 kilograms, 359 pounds. He was a running giant on the court. Shaq came in second with a weight and height of 163 kilograms and 216 centimeters. He entered the NBA in 1992 at only 133 kilograms, and his height, strength, and athletic prowess made him an instant sensation. His arrival in Los Angeles marked the beginning of his change, due to his lack of motivation in the gym after winning his first championship with the Lakers in 2002. O'Neal gained 155 kilograms. His lousy performance irritated his colleague and frequent rival Kobe Bryant. Kobe loved basketball more than Shaq did, though. He wasn't just interested in basketball during the offseason. Despite this, Shaq could finish his career healthy by doing so only after suffering a catastrophic Achilles tendon injury. He couldn't recover from this devastating ailment and had to retire from the NBA. His teammates said he was a genuine threat to the opposite team and tried to use his weight to pave his way through the court. The last on our list is Oliver Miller, who weighs 170 kilograms, almost 375 pounds. Oliver Miller is the heaviest NBA player ever. Miller participated in the league from 1992 to 1998 and made a fantastic comeback in 2003 to 2004. Miller barely weighed 120 kilograms when he first joined the NBA, but steadily put on weight throughout his career. He switched teams practically every season during his 18-year career. He played for different leagues and had a quick bonding with his colleagues. Miller had a 7.4 point average in 493 games across 9 NBA seasons. In 2012, he was sentenced to a year in prison for frightening a man who had harassed him during a cookout. This is the most recent information we have on him. Miller weighed 120 kilograms when he first entered the NBA, but he put on weight during his career. He had an 18-year career during which he played in several leagues and for various teams each season. And with that, we've brought to you a list of the top 10 heaviest NBA players. We examined their professional backgrounds and both individual and group accomplishments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.